It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another fantastic Friday. We're so happy that you can join us. My name is Mark Daniels and I'll be flying solo this morning. Hope you had a wonderful week. It's been hot this week. There's been a heat wave going through. I hope that you've been taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. For those of you that work outside, staying hydrated, getting your rest, making sure you get some shade, because I was traveling this week. I was in Harbor Island for the day. Beautiful pink sand beaches, beautiful coastal forests, but man, it was hot and humid. And there are people who've been having heat exhaustion, some people having heat strokes. So just be mindful. You have children that are out to summer camps, running around all day. Make sure they wear white, take some water, and take a break because it is hot. And also go to the beach, man. You know, I don't know if you're a morning beacher, a midday beacher, or a late afternoon beacher, but our 50th independence is coming up, and we've been talking about celebrating all things Bahamian. And to me, the one thing I can say that connects most Bahamians, if not all, is a love for the beach. If you can't swim, at least you go there and get some salt and sand on your foot. So, you know, we got a week left, and you've been seeing ideas going around. How can we celebrate being Bahamian? Go to the beach. Find a beach you've never been to before. Find a new spot. Take your family, take your friends, but also leave the beach as you met it. So no garbage, no cans, no forks, no fishbone, and no furl, right? Because as Bahamians, we have to take care of our environment because it's a reflection of us. So make sure you get to the beach this weekend, next week. Call in sick. Don't tell them I dare you do that. But get to the beach and make sure you enjoy it because it's our natural resource. People fly here from all around the world to come and heal in our waters, so we should take advantage of it as Bahamians. Thanks again for joining us this morning. We're going to have a great show today. We're going to talk to the team behind the Financial Literacy Summer Camp, a very wonderful idea. Looking forward to that segment. We're also going to hear Dr. Brunell Cardron's contribution at the Andros Business Outlook, and she was speaking about the benefits of indigenous plants. We also have the Miss Bahamas Universe Pageant contestants here, and we're going to be talking about the event happening on Sunday, so y'all going to make sure to tune into that. Stick around. It's going to be lots of excitement on the show, and we'll also get the details of the Bahamas Games happening next week. All this and more, but let's find out if it can be dead hot, dead humid, or dead wet. Brother Godfrey Burnside with the weather.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, Bahamas. And your first look at the weather at Sunrise, and yes, Mark, it's going to be dead hot again this weekend. We do have a weak high-pressure system across the islands that's going to be the dominant of the feature, and that will support hot and humid conditions, also light winds. But we still have a little bit of troughing that will trigger off pockets of showers and thunderstorms, mainly across the Grand Bahama Abaco area during the weekend. Today, partly sunny skies, hot and humid, with a chance of a few isolated showers or thunderstorms popping up, mainly during the afternoon hours. Your high temperature 90 degrees Fahrenheit, heat index 104. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, a few nighttime showers, even a thunderstorm popping up. Your low going down to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And some recent highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 1980. In Jamaica, 1981. In Trinidad, 87 and 77. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 91 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta, 91 and 70. In Boston, 81 and 63. In Miami, 91 and 79. Dallas, Texas, 101 and 79. And Toronto, Canada, 75 and 66. As you go to the weekend, nice looking weekend and still weather-wise. Nice outdoor activity for some of the independence celebrations. Partly sunny skies, hot and humid. Won't rule out a shower thunderstorm by afternoon. The temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s to lower 90s at daytime, at nighttime in the upper 70s. That brush up for your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. Camp Millionaire Mindset is back, and this is the third annual Financial Literacy Summer Camp brought to you by the Financial Academy and Druba Solutions. Here to tell us more, Lakeisha Rolle. She's the founder of the Financial Academy, and she's a camp coordinator, and also Nathaniel Butler. He's the founder of Druba Solutions. Good morning, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is an exciting segment. I said before the camera came on, I wish I could come to this camp because when I look at the breakdown, I mean, this is something that everyday people need in all aspects of their life. And it's so great that you've been doing this. This is the third year now,
Right.
and that our youth get to benefit. So, Lakeisha, what is the Financial Literacy Summer Camp all about?
The summer camp is actually all about preparing our youth with how to manage their money responsibly, beginning at an early age. Our students interact with money very early on. They go to school, they catch the bus, they buy grocery, they buy lunch. And so the camp kind of spins off of what it is that they did in school. Did I handle my money right? And we really get you thinking about things for your future. So it's really a preparation camp. And like you said, Camp Millionaire Mindset, why not?
Hey, I got the millionaire mindset on now, right? Maybe because it's early in the morning. Nathaniel, so who is this geared towards? What age and, let's say, skill level?
Great question. So we're normally looking at persons between the ages of 10 to 14, but we could go as low as 8 and we could go as high as 16. And it's really for everyone, especially junior high and those who are inside the senior high schools.
So you said as high as 40, right? So I guess yeah, and I guess, is it for persons who are trying to be, they're trying to go into the financial industry, they want to be a banker?
No.
Is it a start for that, or this is just for any day kind of person?
Listen to me. It's for the everyday individual, everyday teen or preteen in some cases. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of what the career is, they will begin to learn how money works here in this society.
And it's a good lesson to learn while young. I remember some of my classmates in primary school, they were the ones who might have sell a little candy out of their backpack, or they selling a little peanut butter, and the chocolate or whatever. And when you see them now, some of them are very successful entrepreneurs who
Yes.
had those principles founded in them from them. Now, if they got caught, they might get in trouble, but they was hustling, and I love that. So what are some of the topics that are going to be discussed during the summer camp?
We always start off with money mindset and saving. That's very important. Key principles of financial literacy. Once you understand the value of money, the way you interact with money, now you're able to understand why it's important to save it or put some aside. Some students think that they will always have money. They have their parents giving them stuff every day, but as long as they get it, they don't appreciate it. So we like to start off at that foundation level, and we transition on to budgeting. Believe it or not, all of our students know how to create a small budget before they leave that camp.
Wow.
And along with that, we start to talk about the difference between debit and credit. They hear about swiping the card, but they don't know what consequences they have to face after they've done that. And so we talk about borrowing, we talk about investing, we also talk about entrepreneurship. You mentioned it earlier. And before last year, in our first summer camp, we had a very great entrepreneurship segment where students were encouraged to start their own businesses, write a mini business plan, and come back to us and pitch it the next day, and we gave out a prize for the winner.
Wow.
So these are the things that we are instilling in our children at a very early age.
Very, very, I just love this. I think I might want to sign my children up for this because they starting to recognize money now. I come home with, to empty out my pocket, and I throw the dollars on the counter. By the time I turn out, they're gone, and they tuck away in something. So I encourage that. But when it came to the age group you were looking at, as young as, you said, 6, 10, around there, why so young?
So the reason for that is that most of us adults have never been trained on how to utilize money, how to get ahead in life in regards to how our habits infect or impact money. So the reason why we wanted to reach them is the fact that most adults who we talk to on a daily basis, you find that they have an appreciation for the information, but no change. You talk to the kids or the preteens and the teens, They go home, share with their parents, and now there's some level of accountability inside the household. I can't tell you how many sessions or topics, as mentioned by Lakeisha, that they will go home and then there's action by the entire family.
Yes.
And that's good, you know, you train up a child in the way they should go, and I can't remember the rest.
When he is old, he will not depart.
There you go. Bend the tree while it's young. All those things, right? And it impacts the house, and I love that.
Right.
What has been your response to the camp in previous years? How have people, reacted to this?
Oh, we've had a wonderful response. We started this camp during COVID-19. And so it was a virtual camp. We had about 30 students on, and everybody's lives were changed. Like Nathaniel said, it went as deep as the household, to the parents. And they were able to say, oh, this is what my mother told me, or this is what we discussed last night. Because when we talk about budgeting, we encourage them to sit down and at least create one family budget to see what they take away. Now, we don't ask them for the personal information, but we just want to get an idea of how the discussion went with their parents, what types of bills they were introduced to. Because children, they think bills don't exist.
There's no consciousness of what BPL costs. There's no consciousness of what water and sewage costs, or what my school fee costs.
Right.
They just know the light on, food in the fridge.
I have Wi-Fi, I have AC,
You dropping me to school. So, yeah, I know, teaching an adult versus teaching children is different in terms of the strategy. How do you approach teaching young people the value of money and financial literacy? What are some of these techniques?
So trust me, it's very highly engaged. We try for the visual learners. We have a number of props for the audio learners, for the kinetic learners. There's a lot of actions or scripts or role play. So it's a number. It's just not us sitting down and just sharing and people just taking and writing notes. No. They really interact with one another, their family, and more importantly, us as we share the material.
And so over the years, and just in your own personal and professional lives, what do you think is the number one lesson that we as a people need to learn when it comes to financial
Investment.
literacy? Investment? Oh, you say that quick. You was ready.
Investment and then debt management. Right after that.
Yeah. So tell me about investment and quickly about debt management. Go.
So investment for me, and we see it inside the camp. When we get on that topic, a lot of the children go home and they're like, okay, let's look at this particular BizX traded company. Let's get some shares here. Or even shares outside of the country. Let's look at these companies over here, Mom. And they may have the basic, not in depth, but just the basic knowledge of what to look for in picking stocks or picking mutual funds in that sense.
And what about debt management? What's the number one thing we need to learn when it regards to that?
The reality is we all need money. We need it to live. It's how we manage it, how responsible we are. If we mismanage our funds, we may have to pull from here, pull from there, borrow. And borrowing is something that we have to be careful of. If you're not sure of how to borrow responsibly, then you can spend really the rest of your life trying to clean up holes that you put yourself in at an early age. So this is why financial education is so important, not only for adults, but also for children.
Amen. And I say 100%, this is a great idea. I'm so happy you're doing it again this year. Tell us about the date, the venue, and anything else that our viewers need to know to have their children attend.
Yeah, so in addition to partnering with Truba Solutions, we've also partnered with Bethel Church again on Madeira Street, and we are happy to host our camp there at the facility. The dates are July 17th through 20th, and so we'll be right there from 10 to 1.
10 to 1. And is there a registration fee?
Yes, the registration fee is only $100.
There you go.
That's it. That's a small investment for a large benefit.
I was going to say, that's the word. It's an investment in your child's future and in your future, because from what I hear, you can come back and you can have a little money genius running around the house, holding you accountable, and I love that. Keep them enthusiastic, and they'll keep us all accountable. But we want to thank you again for coming on the show this morning. This summer financial literacy summer camp. You've been doing it again. This is the third year, and we're so happy that you came to talk with us about it. Truba Solutions, you look like you want to say something.
No.
Okay, yeah. Thank you again for being on. Nathaniel, Butler, and Lakeisha Rolle. We're talking about financial literacy. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
You're up to 40. I can see you all there. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
With so much going on in the world today, only accepting cash at your business can be risky. Let Fidelity offer you and your customers safety, convenience, and the flexibility of a fixed or mobile terminal. Take it with you. on the move and on the go, because business should never stop. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit us at any of our branches.
Attention customers, next Tuesday, a major hurricane will cause complete confusion and chaos throughout the entire Bahamas. Water, phone, and internet services will be in short supply. Definite data loss is expected to all local and family island businesses.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Be ready with push-to-talk service that keeps you connected with your workforce with a simple push of a button. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Island.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, local international banks that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Thank you for sticking with us. At our recent Andrus Business Outlook, medical practitioner and owner of Hasty Farms, Dr. Brunell Cardron, gave a presentation about Indigenous plants and the benefits to the Bahamas. She talked about the potential of cultivating sea grape, sapodilli, amongst other things, which has piqued our interest into the possibilities of what we can do with our indigenous fruits. Here's the tape. Enjoy.
Now, with regards to our indigenous plants, we know that they are grown in abundance and easily seen and easily grown in our climates, and they serve to create biodiversity in our ecosystems, especially our pine forests, our coppice plants, inland ponds, and also our mangrove forests. Some of the popular fruits that we would consume, one in particular that I focused on in this presentation is sapodilla, and the other one is sea grapes. But we see other native fruits like cocoa plum, ganap, tamarind, just to name a few. And some of popular plants that you will find growing in abundance are the cascarilla, mainly seen in islands like Acklins, and kamalame, which is also very popularly seen here in Andrus. And just to discuss a little bit about the nutritional profile of sapodilla, one fruit averaging about 170 grams. If it's eaten raw, you get about 9 grams of dietary fiber, which is about 36% of your daily requirement of fiber. And that aids in healthy gut and promotes gut bacteria, which can also be used to treat conditions such as diarrhea and dysentery. It is high in water, so it's made up of about 78% water. And the natural sugars found in sapodilla are fructose, glucose, and sucrose. And it's a very good source of energy. It's also rich in vitamin C. And 170 grams of sapodilla can provide you with about 41% of your daily requirements of vitamin C. Vitamin B6 is also found in sapodilla, and this can help in immune function and energy levels. Vitamin A is also found, and that promotes healthy hair, eyes, and skin. And other minerals such as iron, folate, and potassium can also be found in sapodilla, which can help with conditions such as anemia, fatigue, stress. It's a great source of antioxidants and also aids in boosting our immune systems. Sapodilla has quite a bit of nutraceutical benefits that I was not aware of until I did some research, but it has anti-cancer properties. It directly influences radical scavenging potential. It induces cell death in cancer cell lines, and it directly inhibits tumor progression. You also have antioxidants found in sapodilla, which can help and assist in anti-aging. It has anti-inflammatory and antipyretic properties, and it can also be used as an antimicrobial and an analgesic. It's also hepatoprotective and helps with detoxification, and also it has a cholesterol-lowering effect. So with regards to the processing of sapodilla, not only can you consume the fruit, but you can also consume and produce parts of the fruit and the seeds itself. The fruit can be used and processed in a variety of different ways. You can use sapodilla to make jams, jellies, wine, different fruit juices, ice cream. And also the byproducts of sapodilla, I discovered also, particularly the seeds, you can make sapodilla oil, and it can also be used to make biodiesel and also used in cosmetics. The bark of the sapodilla can be used to treat dysentery, and particularly the suckle or the sap that comes from the bark, known as the chicle, was once used to make gum. In some parts of the world, it's still used to make natural gum. And it has a coagulated white, milky latex substance, which consists about 15% of rubber and 38% of resin. Some time ago, it was once used as filling for tooth cavities, and the Mayans and Aztecs also used the white sap to freshen their breath and also clean their teeth. So you can see the plant is quite useful itself. So the leaves and also the peel of the sapodilla can also be used, and it also has quite a few medicinal benefits as well. The leaves can be used to treat coughs and colds, as well as treat diarrhea and also conditions of low blood sugar. And the peel itself is also very rich in fiber and can also be used in cosmetic products. So with regards to the economics of it, because we all like to know the dollars and cents of what we're growing, 1 acre of sapodilla actually yields between 5,000 to 8,000 pounds annually. And this data was actually taken from a sapodilla grove in South Florida, and this was some of their statistics and some of their dollars and cents. So you can see it's quite lucrative once you put the time and effort into it. On average, net returns, you can yield 6,500 pounds per acre annually. The average price per pound is $1.80. Hence, 1 acre can yield gross about $11,700 annually. And the net returns after production costs and the labor paid out results in returns of about 99% per pound, and that equates to about $6,407 per acre annually net. The other native plant that I would like to discuss is sea grapes. So with regards to the nutritional profile of the sea grape, it can be eaten raw, and it is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, E, and K, also vitamin B2, B9, vitamin C, and other minerals such as calcium, sodium, zinc, magnesium, and iron. Some of the benefits of sea grapes, it can be used to help strengthen our bones and joints. It's a good source of proteins, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids. It helps to strengthen our eyesight and our heart and provides us with the healthy fatty acids that will help to facilitate that. It assists with helping to prevent obesity, and it also is phytoprotective. So if you intend to process the sea grape fruit itself, you can use it on your skin, and it actually assists the melanocytes with UV protection, and it protects against the sun rays. So the sea grape also helps to prevent hypertension and diabetes with the minerals calcium, potassium, and vitamin C, which is effective in reducing blood pressure, and it also helps to generate beautiful skin and silky hair. It also can prevent you from developing goiters because it produces about 1.8 milligrams of iodine in 100 grams of sea grapes. So it is very good for your thyroid and helps with your body functions. It helps prevent constipation because it contains low calories and sugar, allowing our good bacteria to digest food and excrete waste quickly, which is effective at preventing constipation. With regards to processing of sea grapes, the fruit itself is edible and can be eaten raw, but you can also use the fruit to process jams, jellies, and also wine. The flower yields an abundant nectar, so it can be used as a sweetener, and also the leaves can be used to brew teas. The bark of the sea grape plant actually can be used to make dyes. So it produces a red astringent sap, and that can be used for dyes. And the wood itself can also be used in charcoal and firewood. The sea grape tree can also be used in furniture making, and it's very durable in that regard. And also it's used in agroforestry, and that can be seen where you have issues with hurricanes, and you can implement dune stabilizers and protective habitats for small animals. So moving forward, I'd like to say the Bahamas has the capacity to develop its agricultural industry using sustainable methods of farming, customized to a variety of crops, even including our indigenous plants that's found in abundance. We can create markets for export, and this can help to reduce our food bill. And we can also enter untapped industries which can create more job opportunities, increase income generation, resulting in a more stable economy. And considering that our future generations can benefit from the groundwork from what we do today, I think it would be in our best interest to look at some of our indigenous plants and see how they can be a benefit to us all.
The Euro device is very affordable. It allows you to increase your internet connectivity. You are able to do away with the buffering, say goodbye to the dead spots. It gives them a much more stable connection. Their customers are able to view their digital menus. The establishment is able to stream. It allows for everyone, the customers and the business operators, to have a much more robust and stable internet connectivity.
Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another fantastic Friday, and we're here at the mid-show. Thank you for sticking with us. We had a great first half of the show. I enjoyed my conversation for the Financial Literacy Summer Camp. Very wonderful concept, and the take-home message there is, you teach your children how to handle money responsibly, teach them financial literacy, and that's something they will take with them for the rest of their life, and something they will also teach the rest of the family. I also enjoyed Dr. Cardron's presentation at the Anders Business Outlook. I was there to watch it live in real time. And one of the things I did take note of was everybody's kind of surprise and the revelation that, the dilly and the sea grape alone, just two trees, two of our indigenous fruits, can do so much for us health-wise and economically. There's so much potential there. You can use almost every part of the plant. I remember my mother talking about eating the gum off the tree, the dilly tree. And I remember hearing, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, who does that? Well, like chewing on my juicy fruit, right? But these are the things that make us Bahamian. So we can add to our list. In addition to going to the beach, any time of the day, you need to go find yourself some dilly, some sea grape, some ganap, some soursop, some sugar apple, all these things that as children, we climb the tree, we fall out the tree, we get sting from wasps. We go to battle with other children to eat these fruit, but are our children eating them now? So those people who sell fruits from their homes, from the side of the road, at the farmers markets, Support them because it's good for your health, it's good for the economy. Farmers, plant the fruit, tree them. We can talk about that more later. We got more coming up in our second half. We have the Miss Bahamas Universe contestants here, and so that's going to be an exciting segment. Get ready for all the fanfare, and we're also going to be hearing about what's happening with the Bahamas games coming up next week. Tune into that. But once again, we can find out if it can be dead hot, dead vet, or dead humid. I think it can be all of them. Brother Godfrey, what's happening with the weather?
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, Bahamas. And yes, take a look at weather at sunrise. We do have a surface trough with disorganized showers and thunderstorms to the south-southeast of Bermuda, and that's moving towards the north. Has a 10% chance of development over the next 7 days. Elsewhere, tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 7 days. Local scene, weak high pressure across the islands, and that's going to have some hot temperatures. It's going to support hot and humid conditions, light winds. Also, we have some troughing across the islands, and that's going to trigger pockets of showers and thunderstorms, mainly across the northwest Bahamas over the next couple of days. In the marine forecast today, those winds easterly at 10 to 15 knots, 2 to 4 feet over all the islands. Those winds falling light and variable at times. Same thing on Saturday, easterly at 10 to 15 knots, falling light and variable at times over all the islands. Then on Sunday, across all the islands, the winds light and variable, seas 1 to 3 feet. Your tides, you can expect a low tide 11:37 this morning. Next high tide will be at 10 minutes past 6 this evening. Low gain tomorrow morning at 41 minutes past midnight. Sunset 8:03 this evening, rising more at 6:23. UV index 9, your water temperature 83 degrees Fahrenheit, and your moon phase, you're now moving towards the full moon. Your extended look, high pressure, weak one, will still be the dominant feature, but that troughing will continue to support some showers and thunderstorms through the weekend across the islands at any time. The temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s to low 90s at daytime, at nighttime in the upper 70s. With that, we're dropping a follow at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Welcome back. The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games has been launched as the Bahamas Golden Jubilee Games to coincide with the nation's 50th independence celebrations, and they are set to take place from July 7th to July 15th. Here with us to tell us more are Reverend Harrison Thompson, he is the chairman of the Bahamas Game Secretariat, and Clarice Evans, she's the marketing and PR fundraising committee member of the Bahamas Game Secretariat. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. We're so happy to be here with you today.
As I said when you guys walked in, I'm so happy that the Bahamas Games is back up and running. I know lots of people have very fond memories of the games. When was the last time that the Bahamas Games took place?
It was 2001.
Okay.
That's been 22 years ago.
Yeah, that's.
I
was around.
I'm not sure but a lot of the Bahamians, they don't know anything about the Bahama Game, particularly if you're under 30.
Right.
They don't hardly know anything about the Bahama Game. So the government thought it fit to, during our Silver Jubilee anniversary, to bring the Bahama Games back to us.
And I think it was a great idea, you know, that competitive spirit between the islands. There's camaraderie and competition. And there's also a way to find undiscovered talent, because on these islands are some athletes who didn't have a chance to be on a national stage, and I think it's a great opportunity.
And absolutely, you know, the Bahama Games is the event that brings the whole Bahamas together.
It is.
Yeah. You know, athletes from throughout the Bahamas. Every island in the country is represented one way or the other.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful experience and a wonderful time to show what the Bahamas is all about.
I agree. I ain't gonna bias it, but you know, I was a sheep runner. You know,
from Long Island.
I played with Long Island, played soccer. I can't remember what year it was, but it was a great experience. This time around, what are some of the sporting disciplines we're gonna see during the Bahamas Games?
We have so many: basketball, volleyball, track and field, soccer, baseball, swimming. I mean, there's so many, over 10 different sporting disciplines. So we want all of the sports enthusiasts to come on down and definitely support your island. You know, this is like the mini Olympics of the Bahamas, you know. This is the first country that can say that we have our own Olympics, especially in the Caribbean. I don't know if Jamaica can say they have their Olympics, but we have our Olympics. So.
And it's such a unique event, and
Yes.
I love the sporting list. We got to add pork into that one of these years.
Yes.
That's the real.
I told someone that.
We got to put pork in there, man. Yeah.
Hopscotch.
All of that, right?
Yeah.
You ready? Go
Shooting
for it.
marbles and all of that.
Yeah.
Rounders.
Exactly.
can.
The unofficial official Bahamas game.
Yes.
So how many teams are participating, or what islands are being
There
represented?
are 10 island groupings. We have the Columbus Isles,
Yeah.
which consists of Cat Island, Keys, and Salvador.
Okay.
We have Maikal, that's the 5 islands, Meguana, Inagua, Crooked Island, Acklands, and Naunki. And then Andros by Eleuthera, Long Island, New Providence, Grand Bahama, Bimini. Everybody's included in this process. But it's 10 districts that are being represented.
And I love all the names and the logos
Yes.
for them. It's really stepped up.
Yes.
You know, the really nice details. I love it. I think I almost want a shirt for every team.
Oh, I'm happy you said
You got to
that.
collect them
Yeah,
all, right?
Yes, you must, and you have to do it on both sides, from your mother and your father's side. So
there
you
you
need
go.
2 sets of shirts.
There you go. I
You
love
don't
that.
want daddy being mad that you pulling from mother's island.
So how's the planning been going for the event?
The planning has been going extremely well. You know, it's a multi-faceted sport, so you have some challenges every now and again, but we had some wonderful meetings this week as we wind down to the games, and we are just about ready. All the facilities are ready, and the teams, the associations, the federations, and the councils, the sports councils, they're all ready to go.
How are the athletes feeling? Have you met with the athletes? Are they coming in and out? Or how
The athletes are very excited. They
Very
look forward to
excited.
this opportunity to showcase their talent. The Bahamas has a lot of talent, a raw talent, and the Bahama Games is one avenue to bring that talent out
I agree.
and to show the world that we are number one.
Definitely.
Small as we are, we are number one when it comes to
Great and
sport.
mighty. Like, Mr. Thompson said, there have been some challenges. I'd like to draw attention to our logo, our it's challenges are chances for the courageous, our theme. And challenges, when persons hear about challenges, they tend to back and shy away from it. But as Bahamians, we're never scared. So we rise to the challenge, So we are the courageous, so we bring on the challenge and we handle the challenges.
They say the hottest fire yields the purest gold, right? And the only way the tree gets strong is if the wind blow on it consistently, right? So we take those challenges, as you said.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the venues that are going to be used during the Bahamas Games, and how do people find tickets?
Well, the venues, we have the Sports Center, NSA, the track, Thomas A. Robertson track, the baseball stadium, tennis stadium, the softball field, the bankers field, the swimming complex. Then we're using several of the schools. We're using D.W. Davis. We're using C.I. Gibson for boxing.
Oh, nice.
We're using some of the schools like Anatole for practice and AF Andy for practice. So they are, and the soccer field.
Yes.
So we have all the sites all covered.
Multi-talented, multifaceted.
Right.
This
And
game.
the tickets will go on sale on Monday online. They can start buying online today, actually. And it's at the NSA website. If they go to the NSA website, they'll be able to start purchasing tickets online right now.
Can I also get some of the gear? Can I get shirts and flags? And how do I get some of those materials?
Yes, well, at the Bahamas Games Secretariat, we're located on University Drive. It's at the left of the Shell gas station on University Drive. That's the first building before you get to the entrance of the Thomas Robinson Stadium. I think it's called Somerset House, but that's where the Bahamas Games Secretariat is, and you can get paraphernalia, T-shirts, caps, everything. And you can call the Bahamas Games Secretariat's office, 322-1029 or 322-1069. And you can even place your order with the receptionist. You might have in mind what you want. We don't want anybody left out, so get in where you fit in.
Yeah, even those who's the bandwagoners, you got to get one
Yes.
for every team so you
Yes.
can switch up,
Yes, you
right?
can.
When
Switch up.
the team win, right?
Absolutely.
Before we wrap up, tell our viewers, what is the overall experience going to be like, and who should attend the Bahamas Games?
Every Bahamian, every resident of the Bahamas should attend. It's going to be a wonderful experience where you have these multi-sports going on simultaneously. We have staggered the games so that we'll have certain sports the first 7 days, and the other sports will wrap up. We start off with swimming and things like that, then we close up with track and field.
Awesome.
So everybody, there's something for everybody, no matter what sport you participate in, all sport you're involved in, you could be a part of this game.
Fantastic.
I also want to mention before you wrap up, on July 8th is our opening ceremony. It's going to be grand. It's going to be great. It's going to be faith-based. Carolyn Vogt Evans is in charge of that. And I asked her, what is the theme? And she said, Clarice, we have a God to glorify and a country to unite. So you can come and expect a lot of soul-winning speeches and singing and honor and glory unto God, but yet in the spirit of fun and unity. Fantastic. And there's also going to be the closing ceremony on the 15th.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So
well, we're definitely looking forward to it. Be ready for the opening and the closing. Yes. I can buy all my gear online. Yes. I can wear all the shirts so I can switch them out depending on who.
And the opening and closing are free.
And they're free, and we love that. Yes. So thank you both for being on the show this morning, representing the Bahamas Games Secretariat, representing the Bahamas for the Bahamas Games. We're definitely looking forward to that, and I can see you on the track.
Yes.
100 meters. I got you. Yes. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? There's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's NUA. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
One thing, two things. Blue thing, all things. Things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Foulkes Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Foulkes is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Foulkes leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Foulkes, fueling growth for people.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money. Local international banks that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away. Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Welcome back. 10 beauties will vie for the crown of Miss Bahamas Universe at the grand finale pageant happening this Sunday, July 2nd at Atlantis. We have our contestants here on set. It's a beauties and a beast session we got going on here. We have with us Patronique Lamb. She is Miss Paradise Island. Randeika Foulkes-Cartwright. She's Miss New Providence. Danielle Dean, Miss Acklands. Beyonce Forbes, Miss Grand Bahama. Taja Hudson, Miss Cat Island. Melissa Ingraham, Miss Long Island. Robyn Rahming, Miss Exuma, and Lakiesa Saunders, Miss Rum Key. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise, everybody.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Ooh, that was I feel like I'm hosting the show right now on Sunday at Atlantis. But thank you all for being here. I know it's a lot to get up dead early, but you all are looking so beautiful and ready for Sunday. So thanks for being here. So I want to hear, I want to hear all about it. So I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you entered the Miss Bahamas Universe pageant.
Thank you for that question. Good morning, Bahamas. I am Robyn Rahming, Miss Exuma, and I really entered the pageant based off of my platform, which is erasing the stigma around sexual assault. Unfortunately, it's not a topic that is spoken enough about in our country. Understandably so, it's a rather hard and sensitive thing, but I decided to step forward and speak on it for others who feel like their voices have been brushed aside and stolen.
Wonderful. Exuma is in the house. I love that. And I hope your dress has all the shades of blue, like the Exuma waters, right? I won't give away your secret. I ain't give away your secret. Let's keep going. Tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and why you entered the pageant.
Definitely. Good morning, Bahamas. My name is Danielle Dana. I'm representing Auckland. And I entered this pageant because I want to advocate for my platform, which is based in the arts. It is entitled START. That's both a call to action and an acronym standing for Storytelling Through Art. I believe that is so much, or there is so much freedom and so much therapy to be experienced when we indulge in the arts, and I just want people to participate in them, as well as we have been in full celebration mode for our Jubilee year. We've had the boat racing, we've had the fashion show, the storytelling fashion show, and I want to give the Bahamas one more thing to celebrate by not only winning locally, but going to the El Salvador stage and bringing back the Miss Universe crown.
There you go. We love that. Thank you for that. Miss Acklands, Miss New Providence, go for it.
Good morning, Bahamas. My name is Randeika Foulkes-Cartwright, and I proudly wear the sash, Miss New Providence. It just so happens that I'm the first wife and mother to compete in the history of the Miss Bahamas Universe franchise. So that's a lot to celebrate as we move on to our 50th Jubilee, which shows all that Bahamians have done to get to where we are today. My platform for this pageant is called Let's Break the Stigma, educating persons about HIV and AIDS. And I chose that platform because it's something that's very special to me because of what I witnessed with my family members and through volunteering with the Bahamas AIDS Foundation. I joined this pageant for many reasons, because it's a dream I had given up on years ago after my last pageant, as Miss Universe didn't allow wives and mothers to compete. So competing this year, I hope to inspire other wives and mothers like me to take up the mantle, and that we can take up space because we have value in all that we do.
Boom.
Thank you.
Delayed but not denied. I got to call my wife, man. I think she could enter in next year. Miss Paradise Island, let's hear from you.
Good morning, Bahamas. My name is Patrony Glam, and I am your Miss Paradise Island. The reason I joined this pageant because I want to be an advocate for my platform that is entitled Let's Diabetes This. My goal is to raise awareness to individuals across the Bahama land that has been diagnosed with diabetes. I want to be the one that they can lean on and help them build self-confidence and their self-esteem to know that this disease cannot break them down. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. And you know that's a big issue we have here in the Bahamas,
Definitely.
diabetes, high blood pressure. Wonderful platform. Let's go with you, Miss Cat Island. Tell us about yourself and why you entered the pageant.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Taja Hudson, and I am Miss Cat Island. I entered this platform, honestly, out of obedience to God. I felt like I was being led to join. And additionally, I wanted to share about my platform, which is Voulez-vous parler avec moi, which is French for Do you want to speak with me? And I chose this platform because as a future modern language teacher, I have seen in my class now, because I do teach part-time, that a lot of our students don't really care about modern languages, and I think that they're putting themselves at a disadvantage. We live in a nation where we have a lot of tourists, and I think that one thing we can do to keep on welcoming our tourists is to speak to them in the language of their heart. So I really want to encourage our Bahamian people to go out there and learn a modern language.
Oh, I love that. That was great. I learned a little bit of French there. Melissa Ingram, Miss Long Island.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. My name is Melissa Ingram. Like said, I am representing Long Island, and I am here to advocate for my platform, Climate Change, One Planet, One Chance. And here in the Bahamas, we face a lot of threats from climate change. The environment, the economy, the well-being of the local residents are all threatened because of future climate change impacts. And so I am highlighting the importance of preparing for climate action in support of
all of us, right?
Right, all of us, preparing for climate action that we need to take urgent needs and urgent action at this time for future and inbounding climate change impacts that here in the Bahamas, as well as regionally, as well as globally, we will be facing.
Yes, very well said. We're one of the first nations to be impacted by climate change. If you line up all the countries, Bahamas is right up there in the top 5. So very important platform. Let's jump on in. Tell us about yourself, Miss Grand Bahama.
Hello, good morning, Bahamas. I am Beyonce Forbes, Miss Grand Bahama, and my platform is supporting youth through sports. I decided to pursue this platform to inspire and encourage the youth to pursue sports for all of the many opportunities that await us in the sporting world, and also to be an example for the youth of the Bahamas and the youth in the world in general, that age is not an inability or a restriction, and that we should always strive for our dreams, no matter how young you are, how old you are, to go ahead and really pursue what you are passionate about. And my number one motto is, and my number one set of advice to anyone is that dreaming is free, so you can dream big or small. So I encourage you to dream big. But when you dream big, be crazy enough to follow that dream. And that is just what I'm doing, following my dreams.
I love it. And what a wonderful platform, athletics and sports. With the Bahamas games coming up, and you see you running that 100-meter, right?
I'm actually supposed to be playing basketball for Grand Bahama.
See, there you go.
I traded in my tennis for you, so sorry.
Wonderful. And Miss Rumkey, tell us about yourself and why you joined the Miss Bahamas pageant.
Of course. Good morning, Bahamas. My name is Lakiesa Saunders, and I am Miss Rumkey. My platform is preserving mental health through less medicinal avenues. I chose this platform because I'm an advocate for deep meditation. This is where we can connect with ourselves and connect with God. I chose to join this pageant to be an inspiration to my little cousins, to be an inspiration to all of the little girls all over the Bahamas who feel as if pageantry is only for a specific type of person. It's not. It's for you if you want to do it. And so I do encourage you to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very well said. Meditation, deep reflection, prayer allows you to, really start your day off at a better place. And I really encourage it. And thank you for saying that. All of you, I just give you a round of applause, because it's not easy, being, putting yourself forward for this competition, representing these islands, and just kind of bearing it all for everyone to learn about you. So there's probably been events happening behind the scenes that we haven't been privy to. I want to know, what are some of the things you've been doing to prepare, leading up, what type of events you've been having, some of the outreach you've been doing? You can go, you have the mic.
Yes, so all of us are very sleep deprived this morning, I'm sure. We just came from our judges interview last evening, which ended about 11 something. So we went home around 12 something and we came straight here. At 6 something in the morning.
Get early.
So our schedule has been really, really full. We've been doing enrichment programs with Toastmasters so that we can better our speech. We've also been doing etiquette training so that we can be as poised and as elegant as we can so that we can present ourselves in the best way. So we've been undergoing a lot of training that has developed into what you see standing here today.
Yeah.
How many?
How many of you are here now?
8 beautiful young ladies. 8 beautiful young ladies, but we have 2 missing. They're just as wonderful, I promise. But yes, we've been undergoing a lot of training and at the same time building a bond and a sisterhood that I believe will last forever. We really, really genuinely support each other. We love each other. We want the best for each other. Even though it's a competition, we're all aware of that, but we wish the best for each other.
I can feel it on the set. There's lots of smiles and encouragement, and as people walked in, everyone's like, "Oh yes, she's here." So it feels very supportive, and and I love that energy, and we need to keep that. So I want to make sure we get this in before we go. So it's going to be this Sunday, July 2nd, at Atlantis. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8 sharp. Prices, I think we have a flyer that's probably playing on TV right now. But before we go, we're going to run again. I want you to tell our viewers, why should you be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe?
I should be crowned. First of all, my name is Lakeisha Saunders, and I am your Miss Rumkey. I should be crowned Miss Universe because I do encourage everyone who is watching this show to take a dip into all of my pageant sisters' platforms. And with me winning this pageant, all of us have won this pageant. I will make sure that all of us do what we need to do in our communities to incorporate our platforms because these are all very, very important to the Bahamas.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's keep it going. Tell us why you should be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe.
As Miss Grand Bahama, I would say that winning this pageant would definitely be a message to a lot of young youth around the world, showing them that, as I said before, age is not a limit, it's not an inability, and that just as my pageant sisters are, some of them are a bit older than I am. However, I do believe that we are all capable of winning the crown. But me, myself, winning, I believe that it would set off something in the youth and show them, prove to them that anything is attainable once you put your mind to it.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Miss Long Island.
Melissa Ingram. I think that I should win this pageant because the urgency that's needed behind the message of climate change and the need for climate action is incredibly important. And I say this not just from the standpoint from an environmentalist or a scientist, not just as a Bahamian, as a person from a small island developing state or coastal nation, but because we will see incredibly increasing impacts over the years. And the voice that needs to just share the messaging, I believe that I will have a strong factor as to a global recognition that I can maybe achieve. And so I believe that is why I should win. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's go Miss Cat Island. Why should you win Miss Bahamas Universe?
Yeah, so sort of to piggyback off of my pageant sister, age is nothing but a number indeed. This is my last year of eligibility, and so I think it would be very nice to sort of push that boundary because when I tell you I am at the boundary, I'm at the boundary, okay? So I think this would be a lovely opportunity for me to get this platform out because it is so important. We need to learn other languages. Communication is important, and you can avoid so many fights and wars if we can just understand each other through modern languages, of course.
Oh, I love
and
that.
So that is why I believe I should be chosen as Miss Bahamas Universe.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I think we have the mic here. Why should you be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe?
Hi, Bahamas. It's Robyn Rahming again. I believe that I should be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe, mainly because through my experience of being sexually assaulted, I've developed a very strong sense of tenacity that I've always had, but it's on 10. As well as a certain level of ferocity and determination to keep going. My platform is hard. The experience I've had is hard. However, I have decided to keep myself in a certain mind frame to help others who have been in my position because I've been where they are. It is not the easiest road to take. However, I want to show them that you do not have to let sexual assault be the end of your story. If you decide to allow it, it can be turned around for your good, and you will very much so surprise yourself, as I have done so as well.
So wonderful. Thank you for that. Why should you be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe?
That is definitely a packed question, but what I would say is that I am advocating for something that will benefit all. You know, in these dark times, today I believe that art is that light at the end of the tunnel and that everyone can find their tool, whether it's a pen and a journal, whether it's a thread and a needle, whether it's a camera, that is something that everyone can find light in. And to add to that, I believe that I'm representing little Danielle's, little girls like myself who didn't believe in themselves initially, but decided to chase dreams, and I want to be an example to them. I'm also representing my family. I'm representing our country. I know that I have that on my shoulders, so I always have that in mind, and I want to represent my country and my people well.
Thank you so much. Miss New Providence, why should you be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe?
Dr. Miles Monroe once said, "The wealthiest place on earth is the cemetery." And to be honest, that sermon is what motivated me to join this pageant. As I would have mentioned earlier, being the first wife and mother to compete in this pageant has had its benefits, but it's also had its downsides. Almost every other interview persons have approached me, wondering how I can be a mother, a career woman, a pageant girl, and possibly win the Miss Universe crown. But I want to let persons know that all of your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. And despite the noise in the market, I am fully committed to the task at hand. I am ready to make history as the first wife and mother to win the Miss Bahamas Universe crown and go on to walk on the Miss Universe stage and bring that crown home for the Bahamas. So it all goes down July 2nd at the Atlanta showroom. General admission tickets are $75 and VIP are $100 in advance. At the door, the price is going up. Tickets are going really fast. I would like to thank the Miss Bahamas Universe organization, our director Anthony Smith. We also have the director of PR, Aleia Collymore. We have Sands, and we have
Narissa King.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to leave you out, Miss King.
Yes.
Thank you.
Miss Paradise Island, last before we go, tell us why should you be crowned Miss Bahamas Universe?
Well, over the last 8 weeks that I've spent with my pageant sisters, the bond we've grown, the lessons we've learned, mostly all of us deserve the crown. But for me, I think I deserve the crown because I am passionate and I want to be an advocate for my platform that is entitled Let's Diabetes This. That is an increasing matter in the Bahamas today, and I want to push my platform to those that is suffering with this disease, diabetes.
I love that. Thank you. Give your selves a round of applause. I can't even talk. It's so hard. The competition is fierce. But we thank you again for being up with us. Dead early on Bahamas at Sunrise. We wish you all the best of luck this coming Sunday. I wish there was 8 crowns, but there can be only 1.
Or 10.
Oh, 10, right? 10. And we're going to find out Sunday who's going to be crowned. Make sure you buy your tickets or tune in and support our contestants. Thank you all again for joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you for having us.
You're watching us Dead Early. The Beauties and the Beasts. We'll be right back. Hey, only the host. Thank you for joining us at Bahamas at Sunrise. It's been an exciting Friday. Thank you for being up with us dead early. Make sure to tune into Miss Bahamas Universe on Sunday, and we're going to walk out to show you how we can do it Sunday. Thanks for watching us. See us on Monday. All right? Let's go.